Lancaster ISD is mourning the loss of student athlete Preston Malone III. Preston was a student at Lancaster Early College High School and a member of the junior varsity football team. Preston died Wednesday morning after experiencing heat exhaustion. During Monday football practice, Lancaster ISD says Preston told coaches that he wasn't feeling well. Athletic trainers noticed signs of heat exhaustion and called 911. He was taken to the hospital where he died 2 days later. Before Monday's practice, Lancaster ISD says staff had already made the call to move practice indoors out of concerns for high temperatures. The indoor facility does not have an HVAC unit, but the district says they do have several large open garage doors and fans. They say before Preston became sick, students took 5 mandatory water breaks. Lancaster ISD also notes their coaches are trained for situations like this. We reached out to UIL about Preston's death. They say they are aware of the tragic passing of a Lancaster ISD student, athlete, and are offering support to the district and their condolences to students, family, teammates, and the community. Right now, we want to bring in Dr. Lily Hahn, a pediatrician at Cook Children's. And you're joining us now, Dr. Hahn, to talk about how student-athlete related heat injuries happen and how we can avoid it. So thank you for joining us.
No, thank you for bringing this very important medical condition to light. And definitely my condolences to Preston's family. So heat illness is common at this time of year because of the heat in Dallas and because of exertion that these athletes, they give it their all, and we have to be very mindful. So a few things to really think about is, yes, they should definitely have frequent breaks. They need to stay hydrated. And when they're drinking, it should be water or maybe an electrolyte solution. We want to kind of stay away from any energy drinks that have caffeine because that can worsen it. We want to make sure if they can, they should wear light colored clothing, loose fitting, something that will wick that moisture away from them. Again, the frequent breaks, the breaks should be in shade if available. We don't have a lot of trees out there on those football fields. And they should also cool down from the outside, cool towels, wipe down that sweat. And then they all need to be mindful of signs they need to look for. So we want to be very cautious if they're feeling really thirsty, lightheaded, dizzy, if anybody feels nauseous, they're having severe muscle cramps, they need to let their teammates, let their trainers know right away.
Dr. Hahn, tell us what are some of these early warning signs of heat exhaustion or heat stroke, particularly in young athletes?
So it's hard. Young athletes and children and teens, they can heat quicker than an adult. They will overheat in a much quicker fashion, and they may ignore some of those signs. So they should notice some extreme thirst. They should be mindful if they don't feel the need to use the restroom. If the last time they use the restroom and they look and it looks like dark urine, it's deep yellow, golden. We kind of want to have a light lemonade color looking urine. If they notice that they're sweating too much, if they're sweating not enough, they could feel hot and look flushed and just be cool and clammy. So they can feel their heart pounding and racing, that dizziness, headache sensations. So they should know and recognize these signs and reach out.
Dr. Hahn, any final advice for parents who understandably may be concerned after the death of this Lancaster ISD student just so tragically?
Yes, they should definitely speak with their kids, make sure that they have, and they can recognize their own signs of when they're overexerting themselves. And we want to be mindful. There are some conditions that can increase our risk. If there's any family history of sickle cell trait, if they're an unhealthy weight, we need to be mindful. If they've been deconditioned, please tell them to take it slowly, gradually. They need to feel like they can reach out to their trainer, their coach, their peers around them. Just make sure and stress with them to talk to their children about signs of heat exhaustion or stroke, and then make sure they're comfortable and confident that they'll reach out.
Dr. Hahn with Cook Children's, thank you so much for joining us today.
No, thank you for having me.